So I bought a tripod to show you all my videos, but don't know where it is at right now. So I've got Mod Podge and I bought a packet of ornaments from Walmart, and they have 10 of each. Like, these are bells, they got Santa Claus wreaths, snowman. This is my Mod Podge. They've got a reindeer face. Did I say snowman? That's Santa Claus. Snowflake, reindeer, snowman, and a stocking. So I've got Mod Podge, and what I'm going to do, and then there was also Christmas trees, so there's 10 Christmas trees. So I've got my Mod Podge and I've got a brush. Ideally, I'd have a bigger brush, but this is all I got in my craft supplies. So what I've done here, this is wrapping paper, and I've got it flipped around, and this is my glass table from outside. So I've got Christmas wrapping paper, and then I've got a box holding the end down so it'll stay flat. And I have my handy dandy flashlight. So I put my flashlight under the table, and then I'm going to line it up. I'm going to line my tree up on top. I've got my flashlight up under the table. I've got my tree, and so I'm going to dip my brush into the Mod Podge, and I'm going to smear a good layer onto this tree, and I'll be right back. Now that I've got a good layer of Mod Podge on my tree, I'm going to I want to have my little, so I'm just going to try to find and I want those two trees on there, and I want them in the middle. So I'm just going to center them on there and press it down really good. So now those two little green trees will be on there, and then I'm going to move on. Then I've got another green tree here. I've got a bigger tree over here. So I'm just going to line them up with the trees and get all of them. So I'm just using the trees on this one, get all of them stuck down on the white side of the paper. And then I'll show you what they look like. So I got 3 done. I've got 1, 7. So I'm not saying a lot because there'll be a voiceover on later. And I'm going to use an X-Acto knife to cut around the trees. And I've done this before with regular tissue paper. This is the first time that I've done it with wrapping paper. So I will Mod Podge, or you could even use like Elmer's school glue. I just like the Mod Podge. This is the gloss luster, so I'm just going to use it for the bottom and the top. It's going to be fine. I just line up my flashlight, get my tree set with the cute little tree, and then put the glue side down over the tree if I can pick up the little tree. All right. And I try to want to save as much paper as I can because I am going to do both sides in the same paper. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's half of my trees. And I do have some good spots here at the top. So if I get this sheet right here, this is about the width of my hand, so about 7 or 8 inches. So I should be able to do all the trees on top, and then when these dry, I'll be able to line them up and have about the same amount of paper on the bottom half of this, and I'll show you when we're done what it looks like, but should be all right. And again, these came from Walmart, and they're just a wooden set of ornaments, Christmas ornaments. I ordered them online and had them shipped, so I'm not sure if they have them in the stores or not. It was shipped, so it was not a home delivery. It was dropped off by FedEx or UPS, one of those things. I believe FedEx, but so my little ornament kit did not come from within a store. So it was shipped from somewhere. And this one I did weigh down with a little bottle of hazelnut spread from the Dollar Tree. I don't know, I just had it on the table, so I picked it up and used it. I got 4 trees left. Oh, get up there, feller. All right. I'm trying to find good spots where they'll show most of the trees and where it won't look like too bad. So kind of like to center it in there and have a good decoration. So when this dries tomorrow, I will take an X-Acto knife and cut around the outside of this paper. So I don't cut the paper out, like I don't trim it. It's a waste of time for me to trim, like if I were to trace these and trim around it. So this way I just glue it on. I get enough glue all the way around the tree, and it pretty well just glues down the whole thing. And then, well, I mean it does, because it just glues around the whole outside of the tree, and I don't have to worry about it cutting it out, lining up it where I traced it around it. And I just put it on there, get my X-Acto knife later, and cut it out. So, all right, I have 2 more of these trees. Basically, if you're just watching, this is gonna be like an 8-minute video. Taking my Mod Podge, or just you could do regular glue. I've got on my glass table from outside, and I'm using my handy dandy flashlights. And I have some Christmas paper with Christmas trees on it. And these are Christmas tree ornaments. And I'm just lining up. I'm Mod Podging the wooden ornaments instead of painting them. I'm not going to paint them. So, back in the day, in the 70s and 80s, 60s, 70s, was called decoupage, still called decoupage. You just take some glue, smear it on a surface, a box or an ornament, and then you have paper or stickers or trinkets, tickets, and then you just line it up and glue it down. I don't really like, it's not a really good spot up there, so I'm gonna have to move on down here. So I have my light behind my table, and you can see, here, let me get you over here. You can see the pattern of the pattern of the trees. So I have my light. I'm gonna take my wooden tree, glue side down now, and flip it over onto those wooden trees. And just make sure we get it stuck down. All right, I got one left. And you will have sat with me the whole time while I decoupaged 10 wooden trees. And if I would have talked to y'all, it would have been less than 10 minutes. So I think the whole of this project, including, well, the drying time is gonna take a while. Because I'll let them dry overnight tonight. I'll probably do some more, like I have some wreaths and stuff, and I have some green tissue paper, so I'll do those. Expect that video later, and then as we go through, I'll be posting my crafting videos, so y'all should be able to get some of this done by Christmas. I know it's a little late in the season, but it is what it is. Where am I gonna line this up at? We'll just do right up there. Okay, they're done. The 10 trees are done. One side is done. Less than 10 minutes. Here's my 10 trees, and you can see that's the one I just put on, and they're all pretty flat. They'll glue down. They'll dry overnight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And the Christmas paper, and this is what it was looking like. So I tried to line them up with some trees, and then I'll use an X-Acto knife to go back in and cut them. And then I do have all this left because the other side's got to be done as well. So I'll just leave that set, and I am going to go ahead and move on to my wreaths, and I'll show you what I got for that. Okay, so I'm decoupaging some Christmas ornaments. I just got a pack of these wooden ones. I just did my trees. Now, these are wreaths, and so there was a pack of 10, so there should be 10 wreaths. And these I ordered from Walmart. You could order them from Amazon, I'm pretty sure, because they were sold by a third-party seller, not Walmart. Now, they do have this little burlap tie, but to be honest, I'm probably not going to use that. I'm probably going to use some kind of ribbon, like a silver type of ribbon, because that's my favorite. But now we have 10 little wreaths, and if I could hold on to anything today, it would be fabulous. But I don't, so here we go. So this is, and I am in no way endorsing this tissue paper, but you can get some tissue paper. You could get it from the Dollar Tree. You could get it from Walmart, but this was just some fancy tissue paper from Walmart. One side has this nice green. The other side is this red, and hopefully you can see the glittery on the red. So I'm going to get me out one piece of the green tissue paper to make these little, to decoupage these little wreaths on. So I'm just going to be careful with your scissors. Don't cut yourself. Right, so, ooh, looky here, looky here. So we've got some red and some gold fancy tissue paper. Ooh, it's thick. It's good quality. Now, the Dollar Tree, if you get it from the Dollar Tree, it's not going to be as thick. But one sheet, we should have plenty to do our wreaths with. So this is one good sheet. I'll be able to do both sides. Yeah, 100%. I'll be able to do both sides. All right, so we'll get started here with that. If you just, because I want them to dry to be able to flip over and do tomorrow. So I'm going to try to do a couple a day, share the videos with y'all a couple a day. All right, so my trees are drying. I'm going to move on to the wreaths. So this is just the tissue paper that I've just laid face down on my table. Ooh, and it's slick, so excuse me for dropping you. I don't have my tripod. I've lost it somewhere in my crafty business. So this, one thing about this though, is that there are lines in the tissue paper, and it's thick, pretty good quality tissue paper. If it was like from the Dollar Tree or something, it would not be, it would be thinner. So this is more like a slick outside, so it's pretty solid. Okay, so this does have creases in it. So what I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to try to avoid the creases. But now this does have like a little place for a bow. I'm not really going to worry about that. I'm just going to put glue on the whole surface and just stick them down. So, that looks pretty good. I should be able to get... Will they fit side by side? Yes, they will. I think... Well, I'm going to have a lot of this left. I'm going to be able to fit 6 on one little square. Actually, over here, where it was bent... Well, yeah, that's going to be great. I'm going to have a whole bunch of this paper left. So I can do 3. Here, I'll put you all over here so you can see. So I'm going to just go up my side here. I've got 10 of these, and the paper bend is here, and then there's a paper bend here. So I'm not going to have any problems. I'm just going to be able to run it right along this side and take up most of my little wreaths. That's going to be great. I'm not going to have problems at all. So right there, just on that edge... If I just glue them down, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7. I only have 3 left. So I will have lots and lots of this. And this is one sheet, so I will have more to do later. So I'm going to get to gluing. So here we go. I'm decoupaging my little wreath ornaments. I just go around with my glue. I'm sorry. I'm not a talker person. I have the TV on, and I do keep closed captions on all the time, so I do watch the TV with closed captions, but I got it on mute because sometimes with the algorithm, if there's any kind of background noise or music, it demonetizes it because I don't own the rights to the sound. But since it's my own voice, I own the rights to the sound of my own voice, as far as I'm aware. So there should be no demonetization. So I've got one done. Just roll that quick. Plop that feller on. Give it a good smush. Okay, go to the next one. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to do with this green, but I don't think there is because I want them to kind of all look different. So I'm just going to do these wreaths with the green. And I've already got the trees on some Christmas tree wrapping paper. But I do have a vintage wrapping paper that's like the Coca-Cola Santa. I'll show you all that in a minute. After I get 5 of these on, I'll show you the Coca-Cola vintage wrapping paper. And I think just the round ornaments is what I'm going to use for... That just went up my face. It just flung everywhere. So this one's done. We'll stick it down real solid. So I stick it down. I don't worry about cutting them out. I don't trace them. So decoupaging the wood ornaments down because I'm going to use an X-Acto knife and cut around. And I'll show you the process. So that'll be tomorrow after everything is dry. I'll cut out the one side and then it'll be dry. And then I'll just have to flip them over and then decoupage, or like pretty much put my glue on the back side and stick them down so both sides will be covered. And then if I want to get fancy about it, I'm thinking about getting a paint marker, which I have white paint markers. I really don't want to use white paint markers, but that's all I got. But I think I am going to go and get some white paint markers, and I'm going to paint around that side. Other than that, I do have a silver paint. I really like silver tone more than gold tone. I like it even for my jewelry, for my earrings, rings, all that kind of stuff. I just really prefer a good silver tone over a gold tone, even though this tissue paper right here is a gold tone tissue paper. So they really didn't, there was not a lot of options in the store, and I could have ordered something online, but I didn't want to order it online. These pretty much have to be done by the end of this week on Friday. So I have to get all of my little ornaments done, and so I've got the wreaths, and you saw the trees. There's bells, ornaments, the snowflakes, the reindeer faces, and stockings. So there's 6 different types of ornaments altogether. So if I keep going, I should have, I hope, to get about half of them done. So I will have the trees, the wreaths, and then I hope to have the reindeer face. Well, no, I don't have a plan for the reindeer face. I've got a plan for the Santa Claus in the actual ornaments. So these are the ornaments in the wood. So I've got a plan for these. I know this is early, but This is my vintage Coca-Cola Santa wrapping paper that I had somewhere. So I'm figuring they're gonna go on this feller. I think he'd fit in the middle of those pretty well. And then I could even keep this part that says Coca-Cola with the little ornaments, and we could put them on some of the other things that I have. I don't know. But anyway, so I was a little early. I got you at 4. We showed day 4. So, all right, moving on up. If I wasn't talking to y'all and cared about not getting glue on my nice shirt, I like this shirt. It was from Hot Topic. So I don't want to get glue on my shirt or my pants because this stuff, it says it's washable, but as far as I'm aware, I have only ever washed it while it's not dry. When you wash it after it's dry, it still kind of leaves a gummy spot on your clothes, which I don't like that gummy spot, so I'm trying to be careful, take my time, get everything covered really nice for each of my little ornaments. And I would recommend getting a bigger brush, but I don't have one, so we do with what we have. So that's what I'm doing. Uh-oh, that's a little below my line. I think it'll be okay. Yep, we're good there. So I like crafting stuff when I have time. Put a lot of pressure on myself to get stuff done as much as I can when everything's going, but you don't have to. You can enjoy time if you got kids, teenagers to do this kind of stuff with. I don't have any children's. My niece and nephew came down. We did make some wooden beaded ornaments. I'll show you what I got for those later. Definitely will document my crafting experience this Christmas season. I do like doing this kind of stuff a lot. So it's some great fun to kind of calm down just a little bit and have something that you can look at. I want to show you the best wreath I got. Like it's an actual wreath. They got them at Walmart right now. And I feel like, so if any of y'all go to the store, do you feel like the ornaments that they have and stuff are like from 1970s? Now me, I was born after the 1970s. I'm not even that old, so. Hold on one second. Let me show you this wreath. So this is the actual wreath I got. Now how disco cool is this, okay? They have this in like this kind of iridescent blue color. They had an iridescent pink color. So it's just really, really, and I like touching it. So I like touching it, feeling it. So it's like an iridescent plastic. No, it's probably not the best for the planet, but I'm going to have this a while. I'm really excited about it. So it's a holiday time it's a chunky wreath. Okay, and it has like a little hanger thing inset right there. So this is the back of it, and this is the little hanger thing. But I'm going to get like some little ornaments and some bubbles. I might actually use some of these because this is indoor-outdoor Mod Podge, and it won't be out all the time, so I probably might just use these when I do some of them on it. And I'm pretty excited about that as well. So I got 1 more left, and then I got 3 more. So we're about right on track. 10 minutes per set of 10. And if I wasn't talking so much to y'all and could really focus, I have a lot of problems focusing. I get distracted a lot by different stuff. I think about stuff as I talk about it, and I'm like, oh, well, that would be fabulous to go over that right now, but it's not the time. So I'm just going to go ahead, get these little wreaths done and stuck down the paper, and then the first part of our process. Okay. Stick it down real good. Well, no, I have more left. I have 3 left. I thought that was my 8th. That was my 7th one. I gotta hurry. And if I really wanted to be fancy and take time, I could sandwich them between the paper right now. But especially for these wreaths where I don't have to line it up for the pattern. But I'm not gonna do that because I just don't want to. So take my time, get it all covered, put it down. So I like cooking and I like making videos for y'all. I really would like to do with social media, keep doing social media videos, but there has to be money in it. Like, you know, my pay, I do DoorDash. If y'all have watched me for a while, my DoorDash, I'm a single person. It's kind of rough right now, and I've tried to apply for jobs to better my income. But I spent 13 years working at Walmart, and I have supervisory and managerial experience. But outside of that, with my job history, that's really, apparently working with retail is not what anybody wants, to do any kind of administrative work that pays decent money. So I have had problems trying to seek better employment, specifically due to my job history. So even though I'm very smart, and my friend is like, "You're really smart, why aren't you doing something else?" But a lot of the money, everybody, they want someone who has, like 15 years experience or 5+ years experience in a certain field, and I don't have that because I was a manager with retail. Now you give me some people and let me do some scheduling and tell them what to do, and that kind of stuff. And even working freight, because I had to work freight for the whole 13 years I was at the store, basically, and just handle merchandise too. So you had to be a manager and a stock person, and you were just a glorified stock person, which that was not a positive experience. And I would never recommend being salary unless you have management that cares about you, that says, "Oh, you're done for the week, you need to quit working because you've met your 40 or 50 hours this week, and we don't want you to get burnt out." So I would not recommend salary. Alright, so there's our little wreaths. They're on the paper. Look, you can kind of see. So they're going to dry, and I'm going to X-Acto knife cut them out, and we'll see what else we can do.